So you got yourself some recovery boards, they might be some Maxtrax or some TRED, and you're trying to figure out how to mount them to your vehicle so you can take them with you and use them when you're off-road. Now there's a lot of options out there and you might not know where to start. So we're going to break down our recovery board mounting options, whether it be static, folding, side mounted and more, so you can choose the best mount for your setup. Most people are either going to be running Maxtrax or TRED, and there's a couple of variations of these boards which alter their length and their stacking height. Now with the Maxtrax, you've got the original Maxtrax, the larger ones, in the original and in the ones, the extremes which have the metal pins. There's the Maxtrax Lights and also the smallest Maxtrax Minis which have been recently discontinued. With the TRED, they come in 3 versions, the Pro, the GT and the HD. So in securing your boards to your vehicle, one of the most obvious ways to do it is actually just to tie them down or strap them down with a ratchet strap. Now that can be a bit messy and inconvenient, so what we recommend is to use mounting pins. Now both Maxtrax and TRED offer these holes in their boards and specialized pins because they're quick, they're secure and they're actually lockable as well. Now with both of these boards, Maxtrax and TRED, the width of the mounting holes is the same, and depending on the size of your board, if you can adjust the position or change that distance where you can mount those pins, you can adjust them to suit each size of board. Let's have a look at the mounting pins. Now Maxtrax have this pin mounting system which I think is quite clever. They've got 2 knuckles and you put this through the keyhole in the board, and when you turn it, that's for 2 boards, and then the top one is for 4 boards, and you can lock these ones as well. Now Maxtrax had different pins for different combinations of different heights of boards, but recently they've changed their pins to a more universal mounting pin with multiple knuckles to allow for all those different combinations, and it could actually even work with TRED boards as well. Now TRED have got a couple of options too. They've got a more simple threaded style pin, very adjustable but a little bit slower to get on and off, and they also have a quick release version as well. Older recovery boards such as the Maxtrax Mark I and the TRED 800 and 1100 may not be compatible with these mounting systems. Also other brands such as Maxtrax and even the generic boards, they may share the same pin spacing, but compatibility might vary from board to board. Our recovery board mounts fall roughly into 2 categories, your roof rack mounts and your rear tyre or tyre mounted systems. Now these mounts have evolved over the years through customer requests and differences in people's setups. So with that in mind, let's have a look at how these are different and why you might choose one over the other. Let's start with roof rack mounting. Now it's a popular place to store your recovery boards because it's simple, safe and secure, and also a great place to put your dirty recovery boards after you've used them. Now one of the most popular racks are your channel style platform racks, and that includes your Rhino racks, Yakima, Roller, there's a bunch of them out there. We also do mounting systems for the dovetail style roof rack, which is the ARB base rack, and crossbars as well. So crossbars fall into roughly 2 categories. You've got your sports aero style bar and the chunkier HD bars. If you're looking for a really simple way to mount your Maxtrax to your roof rack, most likely the simplest solution is the fixed Maxtrax mounts, which we call the flush flats. Now these are one of the first mounts that we designed for platform racks, and that came from trying to get the Maxtrax to mount as low and as flush as possible. And after seeing some people drilling holes into their racks, there had to be a better way. So we've designed these so that the pins, once you bolt it to the roof rack, actually sit in between the slats. So that gets your Maxtrax down as low as possible. Now we have holes so you can actually mount it along the length of the slat, so you can adjust the distance between the pins to suit different lengths of Maxtrax, or you can mount it across the slats as well. So you've got many options for this fixed mount, whether it be on the outside slats or the inner slats, or across the slats as well. We also do a fixed version for the dovetail style ARB base rack, and that comes with clamps, which allows you to mount the Maxtrax boards or the recovery boards along the east-west direction along the slats. Now, as with all our mounting systems, we include all the hardware to mount these to the compatible racks that we list on our website. This one, nice and simple, fixed Maxtrax mount. So if you've got some restrictions on height, say your carport or your garage or your local shopping centre has some height restrictions, if you have your fixed mounts with your pins sticking out of your roof racks, you'll either have to remember that you've got that extra height and not go to those places, or you have to take these brackets or these pins and mount on and off as you need them. So to address this issue, we've made mounts where you can actually fold the pins away. So you can fold the pins away when you're not using your Maxtrax. That gives you a bit more clearance and some height back. Also what it does, it allows you to use your roof rack to say put ladders or anything larger like canoes, kayaks, mattresses. And then when you want to use your Maxtrax, just fold your pins back up again. Our most popular folding mount is the Stealth mount. Now we call them Stealth because these ones actually fold down and offer the most sort of lowest profile when they're folded down. Now this is because the pins actually fold down into the gaps between the slats on the roof rack, and for that reason they can only be mounted along the slats. Other option for folding mounts is the raised folding mount. Now these ones also fold, but they sit on top of the slats, which means they sit up about 30 to 40 millimeters, but allows this mount to be mounted both longitudinally, north-south or east-west. So there's a bit more flexibility, but they also still fold down as well. Now we offer these for your standard channel style platform racks, as well as base rack. Now with the base rack, we offer the Stealth style folding mounts for both north-south and east-west directions. So if you want to mount your Maxtrax to your roof rack, but want better access, because it can be difficult to access or reach the far pins when the recovery boards are mounted flat onto your roof rack. These are our side-mounted Maxtrax brackets. Now we do these for the channel style platform racks as well as the dovetail style ARB base racks. Now these brackets, they're adjustable up and down to optimize your height and also to clear any doors. They are also adjustable on the angle a little bit, and they both mount to the outside slat as well as the second slat to give you that extra stability. We also have a mounting surface on the back here if you want to mount a shovel as well, because most of the time when you're in a recovery, shovel's always really handy. So if you don't have a roof rack, or your roof rack's taken up with say a rooftop tent, or you've just got it full of other stuff, the other option is a rear tyre mount or an outback system. This gives you the best accessibility and the easiest way to get access to your Maxtrax. Now the way the system works is either you have a tyre mount. This is a universal mount that gets attached with a strap. Now you can actually put it on the side, sort of offset up and down on the top, either side of the tyre. The other mounting option for the rear here is the hub mount, and that mounts into the hub and gives you a mounting surface on the back of the tyre. The outback system is used to mount various things, but it can be used to mount Maxtrax as well. So we've got the Maxtrax mount, this one's for a light, but we've also got mounts for minis and also the standard Maxtrax TRED full-size recovery boards. So this system gives you a whole heap of options and is quite flexible in how you want to mount your Maxtrax. For example, you can mount them vertically on the back here, but you can also mount it horizontally. They're offset, so you can mount it to one side or the other. With the tyre mounting system, you can have it on this side, that side, on the top, on an angle, however you might want to mount it. But what you need to consider is when you open this door, that it doesn't foul on your vehicle, on your lights, or anything else that you might have. And also, if you're using the hub mounting system, you have to make sure that it's compatible with your rim and tyre combination. And you can visit the website to check out information about compatibility. So what if you don't have a platform rack and you've got crossbars? So we make a crossbar recovery board holder, and the challenge with crossbar installation is that you have multiple widths of crossbar. So we've come up with a bracket with slots that allow you to attach the bracket to crossbar spacing anywhere between 380 to 960. So what that means is it actually fits a lot of types of crossbars, whether it be sports bars or aero bars, as well as HD bars, and even some of the OEM crossbars and roof racks as well. Now we've got two versions. We've got one which has the fixed pins, and it actually has multiple positions to fit the various sizes of Maxtrax. And we have the folding version where you can fold these pins away when you're not using it to get your clearance back again. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of how you might go about mounting your recovery boards on your vehicle. Now it really comes down to what your setup's like, your constraints, what you want to prioritize, and how you prefer to travel. So if you're looking to mount your recovery boards on a roof rack, just say, you could simply go with a fixed mount. If you've got some constraints around heights and garages and access to shopping centres and so forth and want that extra clearance, you might want to go a folding mount. That also gives you flexibility with your roof rack as well, giving you that space back. If you want to prioritise access, you might want to consider a side-mounted Maxtrax option or a rear-mounted rear tyre system as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our team, or you can visit our website. There's a bunch of information on compatibility and sizes for the various options we've shown you today.